Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back indeed to everybody out there. Make sure you smash that like button right now. A little bit later for the live stream than normal. Sorry for that. Make sure you hit that like button. Markets are still green. Nasdaq still green. Dow Jones still green. Stocks are still heading upwards for earnings. In my opinion, I mean, we're still sitting at very high valuations in terms of like the indices just going up and up and up and up and up. You can see recently, S&P went up 6.4%. If you use this bottom right here, which is the lowest point we've reached in a while, it's up 7.5%. Is it a good buy? Is it a good buying opportunity right now to be buying stocks? Maybe, I don't know, but it's looking very iffy. Tapering is coming up very soon, which is going to be in about roughly around a week from now. So it's kind of interesting, right? Stocks going up like this right before the tapering. Makes you wonder, right? What is happening there? Why are institutions so incredibly bullish for the tapering? Anyway, good morning. Smash that like. Let's get to 100 likes. We've got a poll going on here in the live chat. I asked you guys, Tesla to $1,600, which seems to be the bull case right now. It's like everybody's saying that Tesla's going to go to 1,600, at least from what I've seen on Twitter. Or is it going to correct 20%? Which on the technicals, I've said it before, it looks like Tesla might correct 20%. Just based off the technicals. But hey, I'm being disproven again, right? 1,041 in the pre-market because of something bullish coming out about Uber wanting to rent from Hertz, which is renting from Tesla or buying vehicles from Tesla. Some really crazy stuff happening there. Basically, Uber wants to... I think they're trying to compete in some sense, but it's kind of weird because they're also supporting Tesla. It's really weird. Anyway, hit that like. Good morning. Welcome back to everybody here. Welcome back to Sam, J-Max, Disciple, Joe, LFT Fit, Tanisha, Hung Yung, X Saint, Alex, Tank Oil, Gagalari, K Double, David Matthews, Gabriel, Pedro, Paul, Irene, Gavin, Jeremiah, Steve Fernando, Mason, Lenny Reynolds, D-Spall, Code Monkey, and K Sava. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back indeed. Once again, sorry for being a little bit late. I'm still... in fact, the reason I'm late is kind of interesting. Hold up. Let me see if I can fix the video a little bit. Maybe I need to put on the gamma a little bit. All right, so the reason... Okay, my beard looks really weird now. Anyway, the reason that I am a little bit late is because yesterday night, I made it really late. I always have an excuse, right? I was working on the buy and sell signals for the Patreon, which I uploaded yesterday, very late at night. And then I was working on the one of the stock picks, and I'm going to just spoil you right here. I'm writing an article about Netlist, and it was a little bit harder than expected. I actually had to dive into some legal documents, and it caught my interest, and I stayed up a little bit later than usual. And then I realized that I took some caffeine recently and that, I fell asleep later than usual and, wasn't able to completely finish my Netlist article. Woke up a little bit later than expected and there you go, later for live stream. I always have an excuse. But yeah, I've been very busy with the Patreon. I've been very busy with doing as many things as I can to put, content out there and trying to schedule that correctly along with some personal things that are happening. But we're live, we've got 7 minutes until the market is going to be opening up, and the stock pick article about Netlist will be released today. I'm going to have to do some final touches. And the buy and sell signals are updated now. So if you are a patron out there, then you can check the buy and sell signals right now. They've been uploaded on the Patreon. If you are interested at all in the Patreon, I'm going to be posting a link to that down below. 3 links right there. Robinhood is down about 10%. Yeah, Robinhood had terrible earnings. Robinhood is part of the buy and sell signals, by the way. It is part of the buy and sell signals. It is down this much because they reported very, very bad earnings. They were not even close to beating EPS. They fell behind by a lot. They had some. I think they had some legislation, legal stuff happening, and IPO costs and everything. Right, everything went wrong. A lot of money burnt. I hope it's reported right here. I don't think it is this one. No, this was Q3, right? Am I right? This was... I'm pretty sure this was Q3. Yeah, this was Q2. This was Q3. They burned like twice the amount of last quarter. So it's Robinhood is having a tough time short term, but I still believe that they're going to get out of this. I think they're going to get out of this very, very fast. And once they do, relative to current results, I think it's going to be very cheap, right? So we're getting a price of $35.5. ARK Invest has been buying Robinhood like crazy, and I am planning to buy as well. Masira Soli just pledged $20 on the Patreon. Thank you so much, Masira Soli. I'll be taking a look at Amazon stock because I remember that you donated and you said you want me to check Amazon. I'll do that in a second. We're going to wait for the markets to open up first, and then we'll check Amazon stock out because right now I don't have the actual data for Amazon. It's actually the pre-market right now, so let's wait for that. But yeah, to the people that just joined, like I said previously, the buy and sell signals have been uploaded on the Patreon. Make sure you check it out. There's some interesting things there, right? I've been editing some of the stock prices and where I think it's going to be going and where I think it's going to be a buying opportunity and selling opportunity. It's just my opinion, right? This is not financial advice, and I always state that it's not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to give you some information of what I am doing and what I think on the technicals could be possible for these stocks. This is no way an incentive for people to be buying. It's just my opinion on the stocks, right? Right now, it looks like the Nasdaq is still green. It's like green every single day. And I have to argue, I think it's probably because of Tesla. Look at Tesla right now. The Tesla chart is the Nasdaq chart. It's just hilarious. I don't think it's the other way around at this point. I think that Tesla went up like $300 billion. That has a significant impact on an index like the Nasdaq, which is very heavily tech-oriented. So it's kind of interesting. Although, they both have, it's like, is it the chicken or the egg that comes first? I would argue both at the same time. Yeah, Lucid Motors is flying right now. Lucid Group, actually, not Lucid Motors. Yeah, so Lucid Group has been part of the buy and sell signals, and I've actually edited Lucid Group in the buy and sell signals yesterday, which, like I said, is published on the Patreon. I said that Lucid Group was going to be hitting around $28 to $30. That's after I said it was going to go to 27. So I revised it upwards. So we got to 27 now, and I think we're going to 30. There's no way around this. They just came out with deliveries. They were very positive. They are actually delivering. And I think the major reason why I think Lucid is going to go up is because Tesla's going up. Look at what's happening with Tesla. They don't even have full self-driving completed yet. And they're already sitting in a market cap of 1.02 trillion, and they hit 1.1 trillion. So relative to Tesla, I think all the EV makers are cheap. They're all cheap. That goes for NIO, it goes for Li Auto, goes for XPeng, Lucid Group. I think all of them are cheap right now relative to Tesla. So as time progresses, I think we're going to see all of these go up. I think there's no way around it. So that's the current situation right now. We have about 3 more minutes until the market is going to be opening up here. 3 more minutes. Make sure you let me know which stocks we should cover here down below in the live chat. I also am planning to buy more value stocks from now on. Yes, I'm going to be buying value stocks. Yes, you heard that correctly. I'm going to be buying value stocks. Now, you're like, Gara, why are you buying value stocks? I'm not going to be buying a lot of value stocks. I'm just going to diversify. I've made a lot of gains in the past year, in the past couple years. I've been very, very fortunate, and I want to diversify my holdings in a more broad range. I think the growth stocks have been amazing, and I think they're going to continue doing well. I'm a little bit skeptical about the 10-year yield staying this low, right? So it's sitting relatively low. It's now down 2.8%, correcting again after this massive jump that we've seen. And this is looking like a bull flag or close to a bull flag, right? No, it's not a bull flag. Bull flag would be more like something like this, right? And then shoot upwards. But anyway, I think rates are going to go up. The tapering is coming up next week. And in my opinion, I think that having some value stocks could be very beneficial. I'm going to have a lot of cash on the sidelines as well. So both cash and value stocks are going to be coming up for my portfolio. And that's just to diversify. I don't want to be risking a lot during this market. I think a lot of people are risking a lot on the line. And frankly, I believe it's not a time to be risk on. I don't believe so. I think the past 2-3 years were a time to be risk on, and now it's time to gradually loosen up on the risk, get a bit of value, get a bit of diversification going on there, and slowly get out of the markets, right, over the coming years. Interest rates are going to go up, tapering is coming up, consumer confidence sitting at all-time lows, and the markets are opening up, and Tesla's sitting at 1040. Here we go. Will Tesla go to $1,600, or will it correct 20%? Today seems like a positive day. Here we go again. Look at that, 1042. The Nasdaq is up about 0.4%, and we have the S&P up 0.10%. Dow Jones up 0.10%. Gold is going flat. The dollar is going down slightly. So yeah, that's the dollar going down again, right? That should be bullish for the markets. Russell is going down, interestingly enough. It's mostly the Nasdaq that's rallying, right? So it's the Nasdaq that keeps on rallying. Cryptocurrency are down. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin sitting at 59,000. Ethereum sitting at 4,000. That's an interesting one. Cardano sitting at below $2. Tesla sitting at 1,042, still holding up. It hit 1,046. And it's still up, right? 2.4%, right? Every single day it just goes up. Let me just quickly check my own portfolio right now. Hold on. Oh, my internet is really bad here. At least my Wi-Fi is. Oh, there we go. All right, so Tesla's currently sitting at 1044. It's up 2.6%, and it seems like it's maintaining the current levels for now. I want to point out something about Tesla, especially. Why is the chart not loading? Is my internet still well? Yeah, my internet's still doing good. All right, so I want to point something out about Tesla. When you have a parabolic rally like this, right? We hit 1,095. I just want to compare something. I want to give you like a top-down perspective on Tesla. All right, here we go. Okay, so Tesla stock is above every single moving average on the monthly chart, right? Look at that, 20-day, 50-day, 100-day. We're extended, right? Last time we hit those moving averages was in 2019 and below that, and 2020 very briefly. With Tesla stock, you can see that every time we see these rallies, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row of just parabolic movement. You can see historically speaking, this was in 2020, April. This was April, right? April, May, June, July, August. 5 months of bullishness. And guess what happens right after? It corrects 37%. Let's go to the last time, right? So what happens the time before that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 months of just rallying, right? What happened right after? We had this huge downturn. And this was obviously because of the COVID crisis. So we have 5 months of bullishness and then a major pullback. Now let's go back into the past a little bit further. So this is 4 months of bullishness and a pullback. 3 months of bullishness, pullback. 3 months. And look at this, right? I think this was 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was 7. This was in the very beginning. But here I would say it was going sideways. So this was the real move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it pulls back roughly around 45%. Which if you would exclude this right here, let's say you would have gone short around 34. And it goes back right here to around 23. You're still making around 35%. So the idea is that on a long-term basis, this is bearish. Historically speaking, we have not seen Tesla, especially at these valuations, just go up 6-7 months. That doesn't tend to happen. Maybe this time is a first. Weekly chart. Let's point something out here from the top-down view. I still think this could be a bearish indication right here. Bit of a bearish divergence, although it's not confirmed yet. So that's the problem right now. We're still seeing Tesla maintain 1,041, still not confirmed. However, this could be very bearish. RSI sitting at these levels is not sustainable. So the weekly, I would argue, we're reaching the excessive levels. Then we go to the daily chart. We look at the volumes, right? What happened to the volumes right here? You look at that selling volume, right? So we had that massive buying volume, and then came the incredible selling volume right after, which essentially you don't want to see that. You want to see buying volume, just green, 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 green. Didn't happen. it didn't keep on going up like that. Right now, we're sitting at all-time high RSIs, or very close to all-time high RSIs. It's just sitting there. It's just kind of floating there, which is not sustainable. Historically, we've seen that the RSI, it pulls back, the strength goes down because it becomes expensive. It becomes really, really expensive. So that is not in favor of Tesla. Historically, it has not been in favor for Tesla. I pointed out previously, right? Every single time the RSI goes up like this, look at right here, pulled back. Look at right there, pulled back. It's short term, right? So we're talking about the coming weeks. We're not talking about 2 months from now. We're talking about the coming weeks. Could we see a pullback? And I would argue these indicators right now, for me, if there is no more, Hertz buying 100,000 vehicles and Uber buying 50,000, I do not believe that we're going to maintain these levels. Let's see, 4-hour chart. Even on the 4-hour chart, I mean, look at this, right? We got a double top on the RSI. We're still sitting in very overbought valuation levels, and we can maintain this. We've seen this in the past where Tesla stock has maintained these levels. And so I'm going to show you right now what I mean by that. Do you remember the stock split and then the S&P 500 inclusion? I remember because I was there. I was live streaming the whole thing. I warned people that Tesla was going to correct into Q1. And guess what? We're going into November right now. Q1 is just a couple months away. Q1 is the worst quarter for Tesla. It's the absolute worst quarter that we usually see during the year. It tends to pull back something between 20, that's like a minimum, to about 40 to maybe even 50% in Q1. So that's about January, February, March. I would even include April in it, but 3 months. That's a quarter. So the stock, it went to $900, right? It went to $885, and then we had a move to $900. And then it maintained this level. And then in the meantime, we had a 8% correction. Then we had a what was this, like a 13% correction, but it maintained these levels. And I think likewise, the same thing is going to happen again. I think history is going to rhyme with the current present, and we're going to see the stock just hover around $1,000 until people realize, hey, everything is priced in. The gigafactories are priced in. Full self-driving is priced in. Everything is priced in short term. So you need a next catalyst in order to move to that next level, which would be around 1,200 or 1,300. I believe that next catalyst is going to be in January. Why do I think it's going to be in January? Because we're going to get the Q4 deliveries in January. And usually it gets priced in 2 weeks before, 2 to 3 weeks before. So let's say mid-December to be safe. Mid-December is, look at this, right? Mid-December is right here. Will Tesla sit at $1,000 until mid-December and then rally? It is possible. However, I would argue that in the meantime, it could drop as much as 20% while it's kind of going sideways in this range. So just a warning out there. Yes, Q4 deliveries are going to be very bullish. They're going to kill it. Q4 earnings is going to be amazing. Q4 earnings is going to be probably end of January. That's like 3 months away from now. So near-term catalysts, I don't think we have any. I'm just going to keep on repeating this. I think the Tesla bulls had a lot of luck with the recent catalyst because, think about it, right? Hertz coming out of nowhere, and then suddenly they buy 100,000 vehicles. Hertz almost went bankrupt last year. They went bankrupt, right? And now they're buying 100,000 vehicles for how much? $4.20 billion. Isn't it's a little ironic, right? That's probably Elon Musk's doing. But that was like 1 in 1,000 that happened right on the rally that was happening. And that pushed the stock higher to extraordinary levels. 1.1 trillion. I mean, they only have, if you would even extrapolate their profits, they make about 6 billion in profits a year. That's very, very optimistic. So I don't believe it's worth paying 1.1 trillion for 6 billion profits. I think there were some calculations done by Morgan Stanley. They stated that back when Apple reached 1 trillion, they were worth 5 times more as a Tesla if you would just calculate it from the asset perspective, just to kind of like the value side of things and not just hype and euphoria. And so Gara missed the Tesla train. I have definitely missed the Tesla train, but I'm just going to give you some rational thoughts here. Everybody's being hyper bullish about Tesla right now, but so I argued that because Tesla is moving up so fast, because it's moving so incredibly fast, the competitors are becoming more attractive. Relative to Tesla, the competitors have barely gone up. And you're seeing Lucid coming out with deliveries, and instantly the stock price goes up 8 percentage points. Which, by the way, Lucid Group is one of the buy and sell signals on the Patreon. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check it out. There's a link to the Patreon down below. We said Lucid Group was a great buying opportunity at like 24, 23. I had a sell target around 27. And then I revised them yesterday because I uploaded the buy and sell signals again. I updated them. I said it was going to be it was going to move to about $28 to $30. And guess what? We hit like 28.9 already. So I think we're going to go to $30 short term for Lucid Group, most likely. 1 second. There we go. So short term, I believe we're probably going to be going to $30. MACD's about to cross. Technicals are looking very bullish. And yeah, so that's currently happening. Robinhood is getting smashed. Yeah, Robinhood is getting smashed because, obviously, because of the recent news that they had, that they're basically burning a lot of money. They're burning tons of money. Well, that's an interesting prospect, actually. If it goes back to 41, it's up 20%. I might want to buy into this for like a swing trade. I'm going to be buying Robinhood. I've decided. I'm going to be buying some Robinhood right now. At 35. $35.2 down 11 percentage points. All right, I bought $2,000 worth of Robinhood at 35. I'll be buying more if it goes down. Heck, if it goes to $30, I'll be buying more. I don't care that much. A moment. Is the 10 years? No, the 10 year is not spiking right now. At least not from what I'm seeing here. It's going down 3.2%. So it seems like right before the tapering, we're seeing the 10 year actually heading downwards, which is interesting. Yeah, I bought some Robinhood. I actually managed to buy it at 34.9. That is awesome. That is amazing. I mean, I'll take it. No problem. I think the reason that Robinhood is doing so bad is because of the short-term losses that they had. I don't think these short-term losses are going to be extrapolated into like the next year. I really doubt it. So yeah. One second. Yeah, I've been buying some Robinhood. I've been buying a crazy amount of Robinhood, actually. Yeah, I mean, it could go lower. Who knows? But it's just so oversold right now. It's down 57% from the all-time high, which obviously that was like crazy. That was because of Wall Street bets buying. It could go lower, you know. It could go to $30. It could go to $25. I just don't think so. It's how much did they earn actually for revenues? I think they earned about 350 million, right? Relatively lower than what you would normally expect from Robinhood. Virgin Galactic is also down about 5 percentage points. Damn. Look at the massive selling. Yeah, I mean, people want to get rid of the Robinhood shares. It makes sense. They had terrible earnings. No wonder. Although I think people should have known this, right? If you're like a Robinhood holder, you probably knew that they were going to report worse earnings. I think they even warned about this. They were like, hey, we're going to probably report worse earnings, which happened. I don't get why everybody's so surprised. It's down 12 percentage points right now, 34.8. I want to just double check their earnings report. Let me just quickly do that. Tesla's running right now. Yeah, 1051. There you go. Oh my gosh. It's getting ridiculous. Let me just check their investor relations report. I think the main reason that Tesla's running is because institutions can't find yield. They're forced. They have no place to put their money. They're going to either watch their money evaporate or they're going to put risk into their portfolio, like Tesla stock. Yeah, I got out of 50% of my Tesla shorts, so I don't think I'm going to be suffering that much near term. Okay, I'm just going to take a look at the quarterly results for Robinhood. I don't think they released it yet, did they? No, they haven't. They didn't put it on their quarterly results, I guess. There was a press release, though. Third quarter results. I'm just going to quickly take a look at this. Total net revenues increased 35%. Let me check if they had some forward-looking statements. Financial outlook. Our business is affected by many factors. Okay, so I want to just quickly read this out for the people that are interested in Robinhood right now. Here we go. All right, so this is Robinhood. This is their recent quarterly filing, or at least their press release. Our business is affected by many factors, including seasonality, general market conditions, including volatility, and retail trading behavior, as well as significant unanticipated market events. For the 3 months ending December 31st, 2021, we anticipate that many of these factors that impacted our third quarter results, such as seasonal headwinds and lower retail trading activity, may persist. So that's the reason that it's going down so much. In the absence of any changes to the market environment or exogenous events, we believe this may result into quarterly revenues no greater than 325 million and full-year revenue less than a 1.8 billion. Additionally, we expect new funded accounts for the fourth quarter will be roughly in line with the 660,000 opened in the third quarter of 2021. For operating expenses, so this is kind of sandbagging it, really. I think this is really sandbagging it. I think we could definitely see an increase in people trading and whatnot, especially with the markets like this. For operating expenses, we will continue to invest in key areas to enhance the platform capabilities, drive the product innovation, and improve customer support, as well as building upon our regulatory and compliance functions. As of September 30th, 2021, there was 2.17 billion of recognized As of September 30th, 2001, there was $2.17 billion of unrecognized share-based compensation expense that we expect to recognize over a weighted period of 256 years. So that's like 2.5 years. Damn, that is very bearish. That's not good. Yeah, there's no surprise that Robin is going down like this. There's no surprise there at all, I would argue. By the way, you said Tesla's going to correct. It's going to correct. It's going to take some time. I said it was going to consolidate at the current level because we had good news today, right? If you have good news, you can't correct. If there's good news out there, no freaking way Tesla's going to correct. And that's what we're seeing right now. Tesla's not correcting, mainly because of that. I think we're going to see these, once the market corrects just a little bit, Tesla will be pulling back really fast. but we're gonna have to wait until then. Let's see. I'm trying to really realize what is the real bearish thing that's happening here, because they're sandbagging. They're saying, yeah, you know what? We're not going to earn that much. Well, we'll see about that, because 325 million is not so much for Robinhood. Like that's the lower bound of expectations. So essentially, what they're doing is they're saying we have very low expectations. So if they beat expectations, the stock is going to rally. I mean, think about it. 325 million. I don't know if I can just quickly show you this right now, but maybe we can get their second quarter results. So they're expecting 325 million in revenue for the fourth quarter. In the second quarter, they had revenues of they had revenues of 565 million. Let's go to the first quarter, right? Let's just compare. How did they do in the past? And is it likely that they're going to see these lower bounds? I think we have to go to the quarter results. Oh, they now updated it. So Q3 is now up there. Yeah, Q1 they didn't have because they were not public yet. But from my knowledge, I think they were sitting at, let me see if I can find that right now. Yeah, so Q1, they had 522 million in revenue. Q1, right? That's ridiculous. The last time they had below that was in Q4. So Q4, they had 317 million. And then in Q3 of 2020, right? So Q4 2020. So they're saying we're going to see similar revenues to Q4 2020 in Q4 2021, which makes no sense. That's seasonally speaking, it's the season where everybody's trading, everybody's putting their money into the markets. I don't know. I think they're sandbagging it. I think it's going to be way higher. But hey, I could be wrong. Who knows? So yeah, I think Robinhood's very interesting right now. I'm kind of the person, like, if they have super good news and the stock rallies 50%, I'm not bullish, right? I'm like, hey, it already rallied 50%. But this is giving us an opportunity to buy a company that could potentially exceed expectations next quarter, because their expectations right now are sitting at 325 million. Heck, they did 570 million last quarter. They did 500 million the quarter before. So and this time around, obviously, they had like 365 million in revenues. Equities decreased. So their equities decreased a lot. Equities decreased about 27% to about $50 million. That's bearish. That's not good. That's very, very bad. That is very, very, very bad. So they have less than... Look at this. So their equities decreased so much. People that are holding equities or buying equities, it decreased so much that it's decreasing versus 2020, versus the third quarter 2020. And then you have the loss, right? So loss before income tax was $1.37 billion, which is also very bearish. But it was share-based compensation, right? So share-based compensation totaled about $1.24 billion in the third quarter of 2021, of which $1 billion was recognized upon our IPO. Right. So it's IPO costs related. It's not going to matter. Next quarter is going to be much, much better. But yeah, they do have the shareholder compensation going on for about the next 2.5 years. But I think it's not going to affect the stock price that much. There's going to be a tiny bit of dilution there. Well, I don't think. Yeah, it's dilution. I think it's dilution. But overall, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on the Robinhood right now. I don't think Robinhood should be treated like this. To be fair, Robinhood was one of the first platforms that I stumbled upon, and I really wanted to use Robinhood because it had such a slick UI. It was so, from what I've seen from users out there, very easy to use. And it was one of the first platforms that made this, trading thing very mainstream. And now it's getting bashed because of what happened with GME and AMC, where I think you have to blame Citadel, not Robinhood. Citadel, they have their hands everywhere, right? It's a massive hedge fund that is, I don't know, I'm still of the belief that Robinhood is a net good. It's a net good because it's allowing people to buy fractional shares, get into the stock market. Since the IPO of Robinhood, if you would count how many people were benefiting from this, it's immense, right? Because you don't have to pay costs. There's no fees related to this. And it's one of the first movers. And now they're getting to cryptocurrencies as well. And cryptocurrencies, obviously that's one of their main components now, increasing about 860%. All right, let's see. Although I have to still argue the GME and AMC events that happened, very bearish on that one. If their payment for overflow models are going to get, I'm trying to get the screen back on. Just give me 1 second. Trading View, please. Come on, Trading View. Oh, it's still not doing it for me right now. The 10-year yield is dropping very fast. I think that's also a bullish catalyst for stocks like Tesla. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. All right, that is great. Yeah, so yeah, I'm bullish on Robinhood. I'm buying the dip right now. I bought some at 34.9. I'm going to be buying more in the future. And yeah, I think there's some interesting times coming up for Robinhood. Some very, very interesting times. Heck, if this stock, I'm not even joking. We were sitting at $40 just recently, right? If this stock gets back to 40, like 41, it's up 20%. If it just gets back to that consolidationary period, we're up like 20%. We had most of the insider selling recently, so that's why the stock has been doing pretty bad. Yeah, I think we can get back to 40 quite easily. So I'll be looking out for that one for the coming weeks. And I think it's going to be playing out just gradually. Why don't you check your chat? I'm actually checking the chat from time to time. But when I'm like researching a stock, looking at the fundamentals here, I'm a little bit focused there. The no fees is great for Robinhood. However, I do not recommend market sell or buys on crypto and Robinhood. Their exchange fees are a bit high. I have no idea. I can't use Robinhood right now, so that's kind of... They don't really have... it's not released yet in Europe. Currently dropping, sitting around 34.77, which is interesting. Tesla, look at that. Tesla's rallying again. Oh my God. Sitting at 10.56. It's just amazing. It really baffles me. How can this be valued at like 1.05 trillion? And, you have like an Amazon only at 1.7 trillion. That makes no sense. But the markets are dictating prices, right? Look at what happened to Microsoft. Microsoft up about 3.1 percentage points after amazing earnings. Absolutely amazing earnings. It's going up again. It's about to become the largest company on the planet. I think it's going to become the largest company on the planet. It's going to beat Apple to it. They're making a lot of money on their software. Tesla is still heading up. Look at that, 10.56. But yeah, I think it's going to be stuck in this range. I don't think we're going to go above the all-time high. Sorry, not sorry. It's not going to go above 10.95. I don't see that happening unless the stock split is announced or something crazy like that. So I don't see that happening, at least short term. It seems like Robinhood is still going now. Look at that. There we go. Where is it? Sitting at 34.86. Uber is sitting at 45.83. It's down 0.4%. That is interesting. So that announcement that Uber made was not even good for the stock. Are you kidding me? So it was good for Tesla, but not for Uber. At least for the stock price. Right. Let's see what's happening to Netlist, which, right. So I've been very, very vocal about Netlist. I remember buying this stock at 4.5 and $5, and I said it before. I was like super bullish in the stock. I explained why I was bullish on the live stream. We went through the fundamentals, and then I added Netlist as a buy and sell opportunity on the buy and sell signal list on Patreon, which was updated yesterday. So check it out on Patreon. Link down below. So Netlist, I added it at like around 5.5, right as it was consolidating and touching that trend line. I said that Netlist was a really nice buying opportunity because they're about to receive a lot of money from the legal, the litigations, the settlements that are coming up with, Samsung, Google. They're only sitting at about a 1.7 billion market cap, but they could get maybe $3, $4, $5 billion in these settlements, and that is conservative. And so that's kind of what I'm looking out for Netlist. And since I said it was a buying opportunity, it rose about 42 percentage points. And, well, if you don't believe me, let me just show you right now. What I mean with that it was a buying opportunity, which let me just see if I can find it right now for you guys. I had a list like I think it was the 22nd of October where I recently said it was a buy. Can I find it? Is it there? No, it was earlier than that. It was earlier than that. I actually think I added the I think I added Netlist as a buying opportunity way earlier than that. There we go. See if we can find it right here. I hope I added this. There we go. Fantastic. I haven't edited anything, by the way. You can find the buy and sell signals on the Patreon. So if you don't want to doubt me, don't, please. All right. So here is the buy and sell signals. This was a past buy and sell signals, right? This is from, oops. Obviously, it's unlicensed. All right. So this was the list for Saturday, the 17th of October. So that's when Tesla was still sitting at like 850 or something, or 840. And all of these stocks have gone up, right? Almost all of these stocks have gone up. So the buy and sell signals have been very, very much on point. I didn't edit any of this. If you don't believe me, get on the Patreon, check it out. It's right there. It hasn't been edited. And I said that Netlist was a great buying opportunity at $4.5 and $6, right? So between that range. It was sitting at $5.91, but very recently it was sitting at like 5.5. And I said it was a selling opportunity at like 8.5 and $10. And then you had many other stocks, which I've been super bullish on. Obviously, the buy and sell signals are looking a lot different now. But that was, at the time, I was bullish on Netlist at these prices. And, well, if you look at it today, which hopefully, there we go, Netlist is sitting at 7.6. So since I've been bullish on this stock, it went up 30%. And I'm holding Netlist. A couple of friends of mine are holding Netlist, and we're up 30 percentage points. 30 percentage points on Netlist. And so I upload these buy and sell signals on a bi-weekly basis. It kind of depends on what the market is doing. When I think it's important to update them, I update them. So if you are at all interested in these buy and sell signals, which is just information about stocks where I personally think they're going to be a buying opportunity or where they're going to be a selling opportunity, this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but these are ranges where I consider them buy and sell opportunities and where I personally am buying and selling these stocks. So that's just my opinion on stocks, essentially, on the technicals, the fundamentals, the macros. And we have many other benefits on the Patreon. I probably already showed it before. Oh, that's not it. Oops. There we go. So yeah, I actually have uploaded the recent buy and sell signals, which this one is the old one. I think we have the 26th. If I can. There we go. Published posts. I think that was it. All right, there we go. So this is the most recent buy and sell signals that we've had. This is for the... What the hell is this? Why does it say the 26th of October? That's my mistake then, I guess. Yeah, it's the 26th of October. Because... Here it says 26th of October. Here I said 22nd of October. Well, hold up. Let me just open up the file. One sec. I hope the file's right. All right, there we go. Thank God. I got the file right. All right, so we updated the buy and sell signals yesterday. It's published on the Patreon. Check it out. And so it looks like this. What I've added recently is the highlights. So I'm highlighting, we're actually comparing the performance of the recent buy and sell signals to the current buy and sell signals. So I'm comparing, okay, so has the stock actually gone up? If it has gone up, I highlight the stock name, that little row with a green highlight. If it went down, then I give it a red highlight. And guess what? Most of it is green, which is awesome. So yeah, once again, check it out. I mean, we have buy and sell signals on the Patreon, write about inflation, we have a Q&A live stream coming up today, which is going to be about 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to post the link today for the patrons out there, so you can ask me questions, and we're going to discuss stocks in the stock market. I actually upload posts. I publish posts about stocks like Facebook, about the markets, Virgin Galactic right there, and a lot more things out there. So check it out. Link of the Patreon is going to be down below. I'm going to be quickly posting the link 1 second. Here we go for the people that are interested. Yeah, so the Q&A live stream is going to be today for the patrons out there. We're going to have a Q&A live stream, so if you want to ask me any questions about the markets and discuss stocks, stock markets, cryptos, anything, we're going to be doing this today. And so let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover. Write it down, right? Write down the questions before the Q&A. Robinhood is still going down. Tesla still sitting at 1054. Meanwhile, the markets are actually starting to struggle. That is insane. That is wild. Hello, Gara. Where do you see PayPal going for earnings? Number? I think PayPal is going to go up. Everything's going to go up, right? We have tapering coming up. Apparently, tapering is very bullish. I think it's probably going to go up. Yeah, no, PayPal was going down a lot, though, so to be fair, I think it's going to go up. I think we're going to see the 260s. Oh, Tesla's selling off again. Here we go. Roller coaster ride. 1047. There we go. The updated list in Patreon shows me the Friday, October 22nd date. Yeah, so it's the screenshot said 22nd. I probably didn't update that, but the file itself is updated. So if you check out the file, it's correct. Essentially, typo, right? So sorry for that. But the information is correct. It's updated. It's the new information. I'm also going to be adding my portfolio along with the benefits that we currently have on Patreon, by the way. So that's going to be coming up as well. So you're going to see which stocks I'm buying and which stocks I'm selling soon. Which I'm working on right now. I'm currently trying to figure out what is happening here. 1 sec. Oh my, we got a new patron. Thank you so much, Jordan. Jordan just joined the Patreon, donated about 40 Canadian dollars. Appreciate that a lot. I'll be very active on Patreon, so you're going to be benefiting greatly from that. Yeah, to anybody that is interested, there is a link down below. I'm currently just trying to figure something out here. There we go. All right, Tesla's still sitting at 1045. Incredible, incredible levels. Very high levels. Let's see. There we go. Make sure you smash that like button, by the way. I think I haven't really said that enough. Make sure you hit that like button. If we hit 150 likes, then we're going to do another Q&A session. You can ask me anything in the live chat, and I'll be answering all your questions. So let's get to 150 likes right now. We've got enough people watching to hit 150 likes. If everybody right now would hit that like button, then we would be sitting at 150 like right now. Wouldn't that be fun, right? If everybody hits that like button, we just jump to 150 likes. That would be great. So make sure you smash that like button right freaking now. Let's get it going. Pump that like button up the same way everybody's pumping up Tesla stock. Albi Bajo coming in here with a $2 donation and says, Gara, can you check Virgin Galactic and Palantir? Yes, before we do that, I hope Mastras is here. He did become a patron. We're going to cover Amazon. I want to cover Amazon right now because I did promise I would cover Amazon. But we're going to take a look at Virgin Galactic and Palantir in a second. So let's take a look at Amazon. I am bullish on Amazon. I've been bullish short term, and we reached the bullish target, right? So we set 3,400. We reached that level. And overall, I think Amazon has been going sideways for the longest time. It's ready to break out. I think it is ready to break out right now, mainly because Amazon is kind of a value company, but a tech company at the same time, because they've got a lot of assets. They got a lot of revenues going on for them. Profit margins are very, very high. This looks pretty good. So relative to all other tech stocks, I think Amazon might be cheap right now. Although I don't think it's going to skyrocket 20%, but we could definitely see like a 10% move in the short term. So that's kind of what I'm saying right now. So yeah, look at this from the monthly perspective, which we're doing right now. Amazon's been going down for a while. It's been crossing on the monthly chart. That tends to be a very, very negative thing. We do not see all-time highs when the monthly chart is crossing. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean. Since the, let's just look at the past, right? The 1st of November of 2018 until the 1st of April of 2020, while the MACD was indicating negativity here on the histogram, guess what happened? We did not see an all-time high. We saw an all-time high right before the MACD crossed, right before that happened. For 2 years, no all-time high. Okay, so is that 2 years? 1.5 year, no all-time high. And so I am very confident that we're not going to see like a 20% move when we have the monthly MACD going like negative like this. And in the past, for us to see a rally, the MACD has to be crossing and has to be moving upwards. Histogram needs to be concluding consistently that we're seeing positive momentum on the monthly chart, which you can see right here. This is what you want to see. Look at the histogram, right? If we can stretch this out right now, histogram, green, 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 all the way up. And then you take a look at the past, when the histogram was indicating negativity. Look at it right now. So I don't know if I can show it properly. Hope you can see this. MACD crosses, negative, negative, negative. And then the 2nd of February, we cross again, huge jump. So negativity when the MACD is down, you can see this right here. We do not see all-time highs. We barely see all-time highs. We only go down or we go sideways. The same thing is now true for Amazon stock. I think MACD is still negative. Could it cross tomorrow? Maybe, right? It could happen. It could happen maybe a couple weeks from now. But for now, I believe that Amazon is trading within a range. We have the all-time highs right here, which is around 3,780. We're sitting below that. We're sitting like 10% below that right now. So I believe we can get back to that all-time high. Why not? Amazon is doing amazing. And frankly speaking, yields are still sitting very low. And so yeah, let's see. Do we have an ascending triangle going on here? I think maybe, yeah, I think so. Let's see if we can see if it's going to break out. I think it's going to break out. No doubt about this. So yeah, let's see. That's a bull flag, kind of. Although, if we break through above this right here for earnings, and I think earnings are probably going to be good, like most tech companies out there. If it breaks through, we're heading straight to all-time highs. Straight to all-time highs, right? That's my prediction right now, at least. So we're going to fill this gap right there. We're going to get back to 3,700 by probably end of November / beginning of December. So that's my opinion right now on Amazon. I think just looking at the technicals, looking at what's happening here with the markets and the yields going down substantially, and they're sitting very, very low. What's happening with Tesla right now? It's going down. Interesting. Yeah, my Robinhood is doing very good right now. My Robinhood CFDs and stocks. I bought CFDs and stocks. I bought it at 34.9. It's now sitting at 35.88. So it's going up very fast. Keep in mind, Kathy Wood from ARK Invest is buying a lot of Robinhood right now. I think they bought yesterday. I think Kathy Wood actually bought yesterday. Oh, we hit 150 likes. We're going to do Q&A. So let me know in the live chat, what do you want me to talk about, right? Let's see, I'm going to type that down right now. Q&A session right now. Ask me anything. All right. Ask me anything down below. I'll be answering all your questions. Here we go. What the hell is happening here? What is your price target for Robinhood? Short term, my price target is around 43. We have to be realistic. 43. I mean, that's all I'm gonna see short term right now for the coming weeks. All right, we're doing a little Q&A down below, and I'm checking what's happening here. 1 second. Oh man, like it's starting to move. Look at that, Robinhood going up right now, 35.9. There we go. I mean, I'm telling you, like it's very oversold. It's very, very oversold right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if ARK is buying a boatload right now. I also wanted to show you something because ARK actually publishes their buying and selling online. So let me see if I can find that. There we go. So I'm going to show you what ARK recently bought and sold. If I can find this. This is okay. So ARK bought Twitter. They bought Robinhood. Look at that. They bought Robinhood at 37, 38, 39, 40. So they're buying Robinhood at higher prices than what we currently see. Essentially, you're getting cheaper prices than ARK Invest. We're beating them to it right now. Although I think ARK Invest is probably going to be buying again. But they're selling Tesla. Look at that. They're selling 101,000 shares of Tesla. That's a lot of money. They're selling another 20,000 RQ, so RK. So they've been net sellers right now, just the past couple weeks. They've been selling Coinbase, which makes sense because Coinbase has gone up a lot. You know, Tesla gone up a lot. They're buying the dip in Twitter, Robinhood, Roku, Beam, Skills, and Pacific Biosciences. They're also buying Nano Dimensions. So look at this, right? Twitter is in my buy and sell signal list. Robinhood is in my buy and sell signal list. Let's see. Tesla is in my buy and sell signal list, although I'm bearish on Tesla. Nano Dimensions in my buy and sell signal list. Let's see, what else did they do? Spotify is in my buy and sell signal list, and they're buying my stock. Well, not my stock, obviously. But I've been bullish on Spotify for like 6 months now. Although a couple months, not 6 months. But so that's interesting. A very, very interesting activity from ARK. Let's get back onto the charts if we can. There we go. The charts are acting really weird again. Please. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. All right. So Virgin Galactic is going down to my $17 target right now, which is kind of nice. I want to buy some Virgin Galactic soon. My short-term target was 23. Which, if bullish things would be happening, that would be the case. But I think we got some negative news, and it's going down 6.4%. My uttermost level where I would personally buy is 17.2. So that's, I'm looking at that right now. I'm like, hey, I want to buy Virgin Galactic maybe coming up. I think I want to buy some Virgin Galactic, actually. I'm going to buy some right now. The heck with this, right? Sitting at 18.3, I'm going to be buying a couple $100 of Virgin Galactic. It's a couple $100. There we go. All right. All right, I'm buying Virgin Galactic at $18.3. Let's see what happens. Let's see if history is going to be in my favor. And I'm adding to my shorts on Tesla stock. People are going to call me crazy. I added a short on Tesla stock at 10.51. I remember I got out like at 1,095 or 1,090. I got out like 50% of my positions. All my other positions that are not Tesla are doing exceptional, and so I have the capacity to risk it on shorting a stock that's sitting at 1.1 trillion for 10%. So that's the idea. I want to short it till like 915. I want to see it break 1 trillion again to the downside, and then I get out. I'm shorting a little amount, nothing too serious. You know, a couple $100 there. You know, nothing too serious. All right, let's see who's going to be right. Is it going to be the 24-year-old that's got 7 years of experience, or is it going to be an army of Tesla hyperboles? It would be very embarrassing if I'm right. That basically means that like 99% of Tesla bulls are wrong if it does go back to 915 and does go back to $800. For me, it would be a learning lesson. Like, it's like, okay, guess what? Hyperboles can push the stock up to 1.5 trillion without it mattering at all, which would be ridiculous. But essentially, it's me versus everyone on Tesla stock, and I don't care. I don't care what they're saying because I think it's stupid. I think it's irrational. I think it's like when you give somebody enough positive news, they'll turn delusional, and then they'll be like, hey, Tesla's never going to come down. And that's what you're seeing on Twitter right now. And I don't think that's a good thing. I think it's a very bad thing. I think trading and investing shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be just to the moon and every day is going to go up. You should be skeptical and critical of things that are happening right now. Why is Elon getting a deal that's worth $4.20 billion from a company that that went bankrupt? I mean, nobody is asking questions. It's all just like, hey, you know what? Let's buy it at $1,100. Nothing can go wrong. All right. Me versus all of you. Let's go. Me versus all the Tesla bulls that are super bullish at $1,000. Let's freaking go. One person versus a couple million people. Because there's no one, absolutely no one is bearish on Tesla stock. Absolutely freaking no one. Michael Burry capitulated. Michael freaking Burry. He capitulated at like $800. It's now sitting at $1,050. Technicals are indicating it's super overbought. It's expensive. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Hey, if I'm wrong, fair enough. I'll learn from my mistakes. But if a couple million people that are buying Tesla stock at $1,050 are wrong, I'm going to be very happy. What's happening to Robinhood? It's going down a little bit. But yeah, whatever. I've shorted Tesla before. S&P inclusion, made a lot of money from that short. I've been long on Tesla very, very often as well. I've made a lot of money on the long side and the short side. It's very difficult to short Tesla. It's very, very difficult. But I think it can be worth it when it's priced at perfection, which is right here right now. 1052. It's consolidating there right now. So let's see. See what people are saying on Twitter, actually. What is the hyperbull Gary Black saying? He thinks it's going to go to $1,500 or something, which is basically we're saying it's going to be the same price as Amazon or something. Yeah, I don't think we're going to hear a lot from the Tesla bulls. It's not really going up that much. Can DIDI go to 50, maybe 100? No. No, it's not going to go to 50. Are you kidding me? I think... So my expectation is... let's just put it out there, right? If the DIDI app gets back online, and if earnings are not too terrible, and if the regulations are done, I think we're going to go back to IPO price very fast. We're going to go back to IPO price, probably 14.5. If afterwards the business is now doing good again, they're actually starting to grow again, maybe a couple months from now, we're going to go to $16 and probably all the way to 18 to $20. That's going to be a couple quarters down the road. So yeah, right now, I mean, I'm just waiting for the DIDI app to get back online. I'm waiting for this Chinese probe, the China probe, the security probe to be finished and done with. And I think once that is done, we're heading straight to the moon. We're not heading to $50. We're not heading to $60. We're not heading to $100. I think we're going to head to $14. I think that's fair. I think it's completely fair. That's the IPO price. I think it's worth more than $14. And if the company performs well after all these things that I named happen, the China probe, and the app gets back online, I think we're heading to $16 to $18, maybe above that. But right now it's sitting at 8.26. It's sitting very, very low. It's obviously because of the app not being online, because of the China security probe being a thing. But yeah, the market cap is $42 billion. They make how much do they make? Like 6.5 billion a quarter, which is a lot of money. They make way more than Uber, right? So Uber is sitting at like, what is this? $4 billion a quarter right now, with a lot of net income. But they're still making a lot more than Uber. Yet Uber is sitting at a market cap of like 87 billion. DIDI is less than half of that. I don't think that is fair. I certainly don't think that's going to be the case for the coming weeks, months. And so yeah, that's my opinion on that. I think DIDI is going to do very well once those things happen. If those things don't happen, if the app doesn't get online, and if China's going to keep on cracking down, then it's going to go down a lot. Look at NEO. Yeah, so we were bullish. Oh, damn, my notes running. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, so wow, Tesla's up 3.7%. It makes no sense, right? It's just people are buying because they're buying. They don't. The thing is, people don't even know why they're buying. They're like, Elon Musk and Tesla vehicles are so cool. Let me buy some stock. I don't think anybody has checked the financials for the company. I think most people don't. Enough with the banter, right? So NEO stock. What I said before was, because Tesla is reaching these very, very high valuations, you could view it this way, right? You have a market, and Tesla is like the majority of that market. If Tesla goes up in valuation, that market expands. Because the market expands, because Tesla goes up in valuation, the market expands. The little players, they're also part of that market. So relative to Tesla, it's gonna have to expand as well. And I believe NEO, Li Auto, XPeng, Lucid, they're all going to keep moving up because Tesla moved up so much. And that's why we're seeing XPeng go up 5%. That's why Lucid is shooting 5.7%. Li Auto is up 2%. NEO is not even negative anymore, even after all the bad news that we got. I think they're going to keep on moving. There's no reason for these stocks to stay at current levels if the market is expanding. But that's my explanation of that. So, is Palantir the greatest stock of all time? Could be. It's a great company. I'm still very bullish. I still think it's going to go to $30 for earnings. I mean, we got very close last time, right? I think I said it was a buying opportunity like the early 20s, lower 20s. I pointed out it could go to $30 for earnings. It went to 26, and then like a couple weeks later, it goes to 29.2. I mean, hey, let's go. And then we have Palantir right now, pretty much still kind of in this trend. The main reason Palantir has not been doing a whole lot is because the 10-year yield's sitting very high. Although right now the 10-year yield is kind of falling short term, which gives us some leeway maybe for the next coming weeks, right? If the 10-year doesn't go up a lot right before the tapering, then we could see it just shoot upwards. So I would still say I'm looking at around 27 to 29, and potentially, hey, we got some bullish news, we're heading to 31.5. Currently sitting at 25. I think there's at least around 8% upside, if not, let's see, 15 to maybe 20%. Palantir has been cheaper, right? Back when I came out with a stock pick article, Palantir was sitting at 23. I said it was a great buy, and since then it's up like 7%. And I still think it's a great buy, although the amount that we're getting on Palantir is going to be a little bit lower. AI is going down. Look at that, $45. Damn, we hit like 48 and it just dumped all the way to 45. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. That's very interesting. Tesla's still sitting at 1,054. What bad news was there? Their growth is kind of slowing down a little bit. That's why. That's what's happening. Meanwhile, Tesla, I mean, NASDAQ is green as hell. So yeah, Tesla's going up because the markets are still green. But then you look at this. NASDAQ, S&P is going down. Dow Jones is going down. Russell's going down. I think the NASDAQ is going to follow. TLT, up about a percentage point, starting to move. Obviously, when TLT goes up, the 20-year Treasury bond ETF, we tend to see yields come down because it's like inversely related. When bond prices go up, the yields relative to prices will go down, which is happening right now. Yield is going down, which could mean that this tapering that's potentially coming up on the 3rd of November is partially priced in. These hedge funds and institutions, they're looking at commodity prices. They're looking at consumer confidence, consumer-related things. They're like trying to guys, and is inflation going to go higher? Are we going to see higher inflation? If so, yields are going to go up. People are going to sell their bonds. They're going to put their capital elsewhere, maybe in real estate, maybe in the stock market, maybe in Tesla stock, right? Pumping it up to like 1.1 trillion. I think a lot of money that's coming out of the bond market is just straight up going to Tesla stock, especially if you would compare the 10-year yield to Tesla stock, which is really interesting. Look at this, right? So this is the 10-year yield going up. This is Tesla stock. Obviously, it's not correlated like that. As Tesla stock is going up, the 10-year is going up as well, which basically means that the bond market is selling off. And look at the bond market. So when did the bond market sell off? The 23rd of September. When did Tesla really take off? The 23rd of September. Look at this, right? 23rd of September. All the way up. Bond market. 23rd of September of the bond market. TLT selling off. And that's for many stocks, right? So there's a lot of capital leaving the bond market. And, there you go. Capital leaves the bond market because the yields are just terrible. Yields go up. So that capital, short term, it has to go somewhere. Some of that capital is being allocated towards these tech companies. And because Tesla just came out with amazing earnings, amazing numbers, I think a lot of that capital went to Tesla stock and pumped up the stock price to 1.06 trillion now, which is, if you round it up, it's about 1.1 trillion. Let's see. Somebody, I want to warn everybody out there, there's somebody faking my profile. I don't really appreciate that. Let me just delete that person. Yeah, I would not ask you to buy anything or sell anything specifically or, give me money or anything like that. If there's any fake accounts out there trying to be me, it is not me. No. Always check the name. Always check the channel residual, like where is it from. I would not private message people or anything like that or try to get people buying something. That I don't do that. All I'm doing is give out information and educate. I'm not a financial advisor, right? So I'm not going to tell you what to buy or not to buy. All I'm going to say is, hey, this is looking attractive. This is not looking attractive. But that's it. And just giving you my opinion on things. Robinhood is shooting. Look at that. So yeah, I pointed this out, right? Look at that. Bond market goes down, Tesla goes up. Bond market goes down, Tesla goes up. Interesting. And I pointed out that if you take a look at the volumes, right? So these volumes in this region, that is institutional buying right there. You do not see these kind of volumes with retail, at least not after the stock split and after the S&P inclusion. This is literal like institutional buying. And these institutions are also holding these bonds. So as they're selling these bonds, they're buying into companies like Tesla and Google and Amazon and all these others. All right, let's see. I think I haven't really taken a look at the questions that people had. Let me delete this. Yeah, so it's kind of $1,000 has become a support now, which I don't think is going to hold, but oh well. We got the NASDAQ going up about 0.6%, but everything else is going down, relatively speaking. Bitcoin is going down about 2.3%, Ethereum down 3%, Cardano down 7.5%. So the cryptos are selling off as well. Very interesting. Yeah, so Bitcoin is down. I had a altcoin. I still have an altcoin I'm holding, which is down as well. Yeah, Gara, how often do you check the stock market when you're not streaming? Unfortunately, a lot. I have to write articles, and I have to, for the buy and sell signals, I have to do some research. So even off stream, I'm like always like focused on the markets. So, but I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I love what I'm doing, so I'm very happy with it. So I really love looking at what's happening with the markets and inflation and consumer confidence and everything. We had a lot of questions actually come in after I said that we were going to do a Q&A session. Let's see what people said. How old are you? I'm 24 years old. Tesla instructions, taking profits, watch and rinse and repeat. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, take profits and they buy it back in, then they take profits and they buy it back in. What is your price target for Robinhood? $43. Talk about Shiba, please. No, I think Shiba is a pump and dump for the most part. Do you think DIDI will 10x in the next 10 years? Do I think it's going to 10x? Yes, I think so. Weekly price target for NEO. My price target for NEO would be around... we have like, okay, for next week, right? Because this week, I mean, we're already at Wednesday. For this week, I think we could, looks pretty bearish right now, to be honest. Maybe we reach 42. Could happen, right? We're very close to 42. So I could see it go up to 42 right now, in the coming days. So that's, 3 to 4%. Because I think we might pull back a little bit and then pull back up. But next week, I think we're going to hit 46. If the tapering is not going to be too bearish. The tapering announcement, that is. What age did you start in the stock market? 20. I was like 17 years old. This was... When was this? I think 2014, 15. That's where I really got in touch with the markets. But when I was 18, I immediately opened an account, right? So I wanted to create an account, but my parents were like, yo, don't do that. Stock market is gambling. Little did they know that gambling was not gambling. It's only gambling if you have no information, in my opinion. But, it's very risky, right? So I get it, right? So the sentiment of like, hey, we had the 2008 correction and everybody lost their money in the markets. So people had, like, at the time, people were very risk averse. And now it's the opposite. Everybody wants to own stocks. Which is kind of a red flag. But yeah, I started in 2014, 15. Started with like the paper trading. I remembered paper trading a lot. Back in those days, man. Paper trading like crazy. A good friend of mine, he received 100,000 euros from his father. And he started investing. He was already 18. And that got me interested into the markets. I was like, huh? You're investing? What? And then he explained to me what it was, and I just started to just invest in whatever. And another friend of mine was also an investor, but he recently passed away. Do you put milk in the bowl first and cereal or first? Okay, so I don't really... Okay, this is going to sound horrible. When I eat cereal, I do not add milk. I just eat the cereal. That's just me. That's just how I am. I'm a monster. Look at Snapchat. Let's take a look at Snapchat right now. Ooh. Ooh. That is insane. Oh my gosh, Snapchat. No, I'm gonna be buying some. I don't care what people say. I'm gonna buy some Snapchat. You're kidding me, right? Snapchat is sitting at 52. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Oh my gosh. That's that's crazy. Oh, what? Let's see. $52.3. I mean, it looks like we're heading straight to 48 right now. Robinhood is also down a lot. DIDI's down 2% right now. Meanwhile, Tesla, I mean, it's so crazy. Tesla is going up when everything else is going down. It's nutty. It's really, really nutty. Look at that. It's down. It's up 4% right now. But like I said previously, this kind of stuff happened before. I mean, this is not much different from the S&P inclusion. It's the same exact things right now. We had an 8% correction. Guess what happened? It went up 7%, right? And then we had a downturn of about 5%, and it went up 8%. But it still managed to pull back like 40% right after. So just because it's up right now doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. And it's not even up that much. Relative to the S&P inclusion, we went up 8% after this downturn. We're up 6% right now. So to be fair, we're getting, this is a dead cat bounce, so to speak. Unless they get bullish news, unless they announce a stock split, I don't see it going up much above this all-time high. Let's see. NIO is going down. I don't know why NIO is going down. XPeng is up 5%. Li Auto is up 2%. Why is NIO sitting there? That's kind of crazy. Let's see. Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat is down a lot. Oh yeah, Goldman Sachs raised their price target. Right. I do remember that happening, but I mean I remember back in the day when price targets didn't matter, because these hedge funds and banks, they had these really, really low price targets on Tesla, and the price was way above those price targets. And I remember those price targets had no impact. The stock just kept going up. And now it's the opposite, where they have the price targets really high, and the stock price is like sitting astronomically high, because it's like we're sitting at 1.1 trillion. Back when Tesla was at like 200 billion market cap, Elon was like, yo, I think the stock price is too high. Obviously, probably tried to short squeeze everybody out there that was shorting the stock, but I still believe the Tesla bulls are going to get hurt. I still believe it. It's going to happen. You cannot have these valuations. No rational person would buy at these prices. I said rational, right? We have a lot of bulls that are buying, but if you're being completely rational, it makes no sense. I think it doesn't make sense. The risk to reward ratio doesn't make sense anymore. Even with that Goldman Sachs price target, okay, so I'm going to buy Tesla for 6%. So you're telling me I should buy Tesla stock for 6% gain when the downside could be 20%. Seems legit. But like I've said previously, what's happening right now, institutions are being squeezed out of the bond market. They have to put their money somewhere else. And they're not able to find a proper safe haven where they can yield more than what inflation is. So inflation is around 5.4%. People are trying to get above that. And it's very difficult to do that in this current environment, because guess what? Big tech is sitting super high. Value stocks are sitting super high. Financial stocks, energy stocks, everything has gone up a lot. And so these institutions and hedge funds are trying to get some yield, but the housing market is high, the bond market is high, the stock market is high. So at some point, they're going to have to get into these risky assets like Tesla and others to get that yield, to fight off inflation. And how long that will last, that is the question. How long is this going to last? How long is the Federal Reserve going to pump out money, free money, easy money? How long are rates going to stay low? How long is this going to last? We're going to get our answer on the 3rd of November when the Fed is going to speak about this. Yeah, I bought some Snapchat. How come Snap crashed? Well, a lot of their business is coming from Apple users, their ad business, right? And that business has been affected severely, and so it's going down. How much did it go down in total? We're down 33% in one go. Damn. Yeah, I added some of my positions into Snap right here at around 52. It's also one of the buy and sell signals now. I think I said it was a buying opportunity right here in this zone. And it's, you know, in my opinion, it's still buying opportunity. I think it could bounce back up very viciously. But yeah, short term, I mean, it's going down, right? So what can I say? What's happening to Tesla? At 1057, right? It just keeps moving upwards. What are your expectations for today? My expectations for today is that we hit 200 likes right now, and that everybody hits that like button right freaking now. We got 440 people watching. Let's get to 200 likes, and that everybody checks out the Patreon. The Patreon link is down below in the description. You can see it right here. Patreon link is in the description. Check it out. A lot of benefits for a very nice price. 15% discount on an annual basis, where you're getting Q&A live streams, the exclusive Discord channel. You're getting live chats, early access to the Lucid Trading newsletter, behind-the-scenes content, Patreon recognition, buy and sell signals, stock picks, and many more benefits can be found there. With, you know, these were the recent buy and sell signals. Write articles about inflation. We have Q&A live streams. Today, we have a Q&A live stream. Today, we're going to have a new stock pick coming out. And the buy and sell signals were updated very recently, yesterday, so they're still very relevant today. We got articles about Facebook, about the NASDAQ, Virgin Galactic, Palantir, DIDI stocks, C3.ai. And today, I'll be publishing an article about Netlist, which is going to be, I think, one of the best performers this year and next year. And I've been spending a lot of time and doing some research for Netlist, so it's been taking some time. But check out the Patreon. You really will support the channel by doing this. Every single penny is going to be reinvested into Lucid Trading. There's going to be no coupon codes of 40%. I'm not going to raise prices or anything like that. But I'm just trying to give as much high-quality content, information, and knowledge to as many people out there. I know some people might be smarter than me. Some people might be more experienced than me. But I know that it takes a lot of time to put energy and just time in general and expertise into analyzing the markets. And I'm doing it for you. I'm publishing that information out there on a daily basis, on a bi-weekly basis. And Q&A today, 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be publishing the link on the Patreon in a couple minutes from now. So check it out. Patreon link is going to be down below in the live chat, which I'm going to be linking down below. There we go. For the people that are interested, we have a 15% discount code on an annual basis. And the link is down below in the live chat and in the description. Let's get back to the charts. Alrighty. Oh my god, are you kidding me? TradingView, please. This is it's getting really annoying. I might want to switch from TradingView to something else if this keeps being a problem. Tesla's going to 1059. What's happening with Snapchat? It's sitting at 52.45. Robinhood is sitting at 35.94. Very, very interesting. DD max percentage of portfolio. I mean, right now I have about 25%-ish on DD right now. Like a big portion. And I added a lot more. Don't forget your haircut. It's going to come. Soon. One day. Once upon a time. Baba, please. Somebody said Baba. You want to see Baba? I'm just going to link Patreon. I'm going to spam it a little bit. Because we're going to have a Q&A live stream today. And I want everybody to join, right? Q&A live stream today. Link for the Patreon down below in the live chat, in the description. A lot of people benefit from the Q&As. And it's going to be awesome. So check it out. Live Q&A for the Patreon people out there. PM Eastern Time. To let everybody know about this. What time? It's going to be 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be the time for the Patreon Q&A. It's going to be right after the second live stream. Man. Robinhood having a very tough time getting above that 36, from what I'm seeing. See, Virgin Galactic at $18. Really? Oh no! Damn! Wow, that is insane. So everything is going down. Anything related to growth or anything that has like multiples, it is pulling back. It's pulling back massively, except Tesla, which is still sitting at 1061. I really think Tesla's still lagging behind the stocks out there, big time. I think Tesla is like an institutional investor battlefield at this moment. Institutions are just fighting it out. Like, do I buy it at this price or that price? And it's going to be like this for, I think, probably the coming weeks. Well, the coming week at least. It's probably Tesla that's keeping the market green, really. And big tech, oh yeah, you know, Google going up 3.3%. You know, Google's earnings was, you know, pretty good. It was all right. I think they beat the EPS. Look at this. Microsoft going up 4.6%. Damn. Microsoft going up 4.6%. Why is this happening? Right? Why is this happening? It's because institutions and hedge funds have too much money. They've got too much money. They need to deploy it somewhere. That's why this is happening. So yeah, just an update on that. Institutions and hedge funds and big investors, they have too much capital to deploy. And they need to deploy it somewhere safe but risky at the same time. So they're going for big tech, right? Look at that. Google up 3.5%. Microsoft up 4.7%. If it wasn't for Google and Microsoft and Tesla going up, the NASDAQ would be plummeting. So these three stocks are keeping up the NASDAQ. Like, you have to realize this. Three stocks are keeping the stock market green, the NASDAQ green, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. That's really, really nutty. Yeah, I mean, they do deserve it short term, I believe, because Microsoft earnings were amazing. Google earnings were amazing. But is this not a little too excessive? A 4.6% move at this market cap. Are we becoming oblivious to the fact that there's a tapering coming? Are we becoming oblivious to the fact that interest rates might go up next year, year after that, right? So I think we're pushing away anything that is negative. Is that serious? We're pushing away all the negative, and anything that's positive is guiding the market. The negative doesn't matter. Unemployment doesn't matter. High inflation doesn't matter. Tapering coming up doesn't matter. We'll see what happens next. I've seen this before, man. It gets really rough when it goes the other side of the spectrum, and the pendulum swings, right? It swings all the time, and once it swings back to people being fearful, well, guess what happens? Let's take a look at the sentiment tracker. Fear and greed. What is happening there? It's pointing out that it's greedy, right? Yesterday we hit extreme greed, and I think when it's updated, it's probably extreme greed. The market is aware of tapering. We'll see. It hasn't even happened yet. We'll see about that. I have looked at historical values for tapering. I've seen how the market reacted when the tapering happens. It's not good. It is not good. In fact, let's do it right now. Let's point it out right now, right? So people said that the tapering is going to be good, right? It's going to be fine. Let's do some research. A little bit of research. Tapering. When was the last tapering? I forgot the date. Let's take a look. The Fed began slowing its pace of asset purchases in January 2014. Just to put it out there, right? Let's see. You can see this, right? I'm going to zoom in for the people that can't see this. While the Fed began slowing its pace of asset buying in January 2014, it was not until 2014 that the end of the program was announced. Although tapering after QE may have been inevitable, the uncertainty over its timing and pace sent financial markets in the US and across the globe into disarray. Right now, we have no idea when the tapering is happening. It's either November, December, or January. So disarray, timing, etc., I think is quite similar. Jerome Powell hasn't even been talking about tapering even. He's been avoiding the word. And so let's just check out what happened from January 14 until October 2014. Right? I'm going to repeat it again. They began slowing its pace of asset buys in January 14 until October 2014. January until October. January until October. You got that? All right, let's take a look at the market. Let's go to the NASDAQ, right? Let's look at the technology component, which is right now rallying. Hopefully I can find it. NASDAQ composite. I want to find the historical prices. January until October. All right, let's get to the charts. January. This is the NASDAQ, right? This is the weekly chart. What happened to the markets? What happened to the markets? January, we are sitting at all-time highs. Hey, is the NASDAQ sitting at all-time highs right now? Oh, yeah. It's sitting at all-time highs right now. Let's go back to the chart. What happened afterwards? What happened afterwards? It went down 9%. It recovered back up, and then it went down 18%. Then it recovered the losses, which then after months of just sideways and downwards, in July, we started moving above. And then we moved until about September, we went up 10%. So from July is the 7th month. For 7 months straight, the market was going sideways and downwards very sharply. Then it moved 10%, and then we moved down again prior to the ending of this tapering process, right? So they were done with tapering. And what do we have here? So let's say the beginning price was around $35. We ended up at a price of $34. It was down $1. And that's after 10 months of trading. 10 months, down $1. Is that positive? Is that positive to you? I don't think so. I think this is negative. But this is the recent example of tapering. Maybe this time is different. Maybe it is. I have my doubts about that. But anyway, this is historically speaking, tapering has been very negative for the tech stocks out there. Let's see. Well, no one is denying tapering. You are denying tapering. A lot of people are denying tapering. People are expecting that people think that the tapering is a good thing. That's the funny part. People think that getting rid of quantitative easing is a very positive thing for the markets. And see, that is really backwards. That makes no sense because quantitative easing makes it easier for companies to leverage up, to get debt, right? To grow, really to grow. It makes it easier. So if you take that away, how is that a good thing? Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's like really surprising. It's like, yeah, tapering could be a very good thing, man. S&P to $5,000 next week. That's not how it works. It's not at all how it works. Why buy at these inflated prices where you can get chisel for cheaper? Exactly. Thank you. Somebody's getting it. I'm like, That's the reasoning, right? It's like, why would you buy right now when 6 months from now, when this tapering is happening, and it's sitting at its peak, right? So these asset purchases are being reduced, will cause these stocks to go down a little bit. Why would you buy right now? And this is why I'm adding a little bit of cash to my position. I'm adding some value stocks, right? Value stocks tend to do very well. I think if we go to the Dow Jones and we compare to what happened in that tapering process in 2014, we would see exactly that the Dow Jones and the value stocks, they held their value while the NASDAQ plummeted 20%. Oh, let's see. Gara, can you show us the market chart since 2008? Where are we right now? We're at the late stage of that cycle. We're at in my opinion, at the latter part of a bullish cycle, which is going to be collapsing in the coming years. I still believe that is the case, unless unless there's like evidence that the opposite is happening right now. If the economy starts growing very rapidly, it could be the opposite. All right, that means we're going to have another extended bull run, but that's not yet confirmed. The economy is still lagging behind. Let's see, what did I want to look at? Oh yeah, the Dow Jones, right? So 2014. So I want to show you something crazy, right? It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow everybody's mind. Right, so when the tapering was announced in January, the Dow Jones dropped only 7%. You can see that right here. The Dow Jones dropped like 7%. The NASDAQ dropped like almost 10%. Right after that downturn, this is like, it started right here in January 2014. That was the first tapering after the financial crisis. It dropped like that, less than the NASDAQ. Then it recovered faster than the NASDAQ. Right? It recovered all the way up in literally like a month or two. Then we went above these prices until June. So we were already sitting higher, 4%. We had a slight correction in August, and we had it above again until September. So relatively speaking, it was way above that price where they started tapering for the most time, while the NASDAQ was actually down and just sideways. And then we had September coming in, and then we had another drop into October. That was when the tapering announcement was, how do you say this? When they said that the taper was done, and then we had an elevated push upwards. So the Dow Jones, I think value stocks are going to be doing better relative to the NASDAQ in the next 6 months still. Look at that. Tesla's going up, 1065. Wow. That's wild. 1065.9. You're kidding me, right? It's another leg upwards. 1 hour chart shows that the MACD is crossing. Oops. I added a little bit to my shorts at like 1050. He said got some Facebook earlier this week. Yeah, I'm going to be buying more Facebook. Are you kidding me? I'm getting more Facebook. I've said it before. I've actually said it several times. I believe Facebook could drop to $300. That doesn't mean it's like not a buying opportunity. It's just it could drop to 300, and I'm buying until $300. So I'm dollar cost averaging Facebook right now. So yeah, I bought at 340. I bought at 330, 320. I'm buying at 314. My average is getting lower and lower. And I think, it's going to go up eventually, right? Because this, they have great fundamentals, although short term, they're having a bit of a tough time. But that's how Facebook works. They have a tough time short term. They get out of it, and then the stock just rallies. I don't think Facebook is going to do so horrible as people are thinking. Look at this, right? It's down like 20%, I think. Almost 20%, 19.5% at some point. We're getting a nice discount on Facebook. Let's see. Still selling off right now. All right. I think we've been live extra long, and that is awesome because I was a little late. So it's nice. What's happening to Robinhood? Robinhood is still sitting at 35.77. Tesla still rising. Look at that, up 5% right now. I pointed out to this before. This is the same exact thing that happened after this S&P inclusion. These elevated pushes upwards, and then we have the cancellation of the trend, and then it goes down, which I still think is going to happen. Everybody's a genius when the market goes up. Let's see what happens when the market pulls back. Every single person is a genius when the market goes up. Which, you know, markets are going up right now. But yeah, look at that. Dow Jones is down. Russell's down. Nasdaq is, or S&P slightly negative. 1 second. I'm going to have to check one thing right here. $10.70. Wow. To the moon. Okay, so my prediction is that this is going to get canceled out. I don't think it's going to push above. You'd have to be crazy to buy at this point. But look at this. The volumes are indicating that people are buying like massively. Like we're talking institutional buying. All right? Institutions are buying it like crazy. I haven't seen the institutions buy this late into the stock. Usually they're the first ones buying, but look at this. They're buying at $1,000. They could have bought right here. They could have bought right there, but decided to buy it right here. Man, oh man. They probably did buy, though. Like, they bought over time, right? Snapchat is still going down? No way. Wow, it is still going down. It's sitting at 52. They're pulling back out of Snapchat. That much we're seeing here. $83 billion of market cap. And all right, let's see. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter. I'm 100% certain people are going to be like, yeah, Tesla stock to $2,000. This is what usually happens, right? You have this elevated push and everybody becomes hyper bullish. That's what I like to call it, the hyper bulls. Let's check the tweets out there. No new tweets from Gary Black. No new tweets from Elon Musk. Did he tweet anything? No, nothing. Interesting. Institutions are probably running a short squeeze on retail shorting. No, they're not. Institutions are buying because they're forced to buy. They have no options. They either buy Tesla stock, or they suffer for not buying Tesla stock. So what are they going to do? Not buy Tesla stock? When inflation is sitting at 5.4% and bond yields are at 1.6%, and if you put cash on the cash balance on a bank account, you're going to get taxed by like a percentage point in Europe? No, they're going to put it into Tesla stock. Why the hell not? Let's risk all that money. You know, party like it's 1999. So that's what's happening right now. Too much capital, and it needs to get deployed somewhere where it could grow. So they're putting it all into Tesla stock. I don't know if that bet of them is going to come through. I don't think it's going to go to 1.5 trillion or something like that short term. But yeah, look at that. It's just a couple days we added 30% to the market cap. What would happen to crypto when the tapering is announced? It would be negative for crypto. Probably. Twitter is down 8%. What the freaking frick? What is happening? Why is Twitter down 8%? What the hell is happening? Oh my gosh. That is crazy. What the? Okay, so I'm going to have to check the news right now. Why is Twitter going down? I'm going to search the news on Twitter about Twitter, which is kind of ironic. No way. Stock trader arrested and charged with securities fraud for using his Twitter account to operate a pump and dump scheme. Really? Stephen Gallagher. Who's that? Oh, he's been pumping up penny stocks or something. Damn. Yeah, that sucks. I can't find anything on Twitter. I'm really confused. Why is it down so much? Gara, I think it might have to do with the taxation that has changed in the US for big capital. That hasn't gone through yet, though. It hasn't gone through. They're just talking about it. I don't know. I like Twitter. I don't think it's a very bad company or something like that. I think it's a nice company, and I think it will bounce. Damn, down a lot though. Let's see, 56. I like it at 56. That's a support zone. Let's see, Fibonacci's. Fibonacci. Yeah, it's a support zone. How much could it bounce? Maybe 8%, maybe 10%. I'm gonna add Twitter to the list. Twitter. I want to add Snapchat to the list, and Beyond Meat is already in the list. Okay, that's cool. I want to put the specs right here. GGPI. All right. Twitter, Snapchat. Oh, look at that. Snapchat's going down more. Ooh. Oh wow, Nasdaq is being uplifted by Tesla. Literally, Tesla, Microsoft, and Google are lifting the Nasdaq. Haven't seen this before. Oh my gosh. Microsoft up 4.4%, Google up 4%, and Tesla up 5%, causing the markets to go up. Baba is down a little bit now. DIDI is down 2.7%, which I still think is a nice buying zone right here. Probably get back to like 8.5 short term. Baba is sitting at 170, which is just... Baba has just been doing amazing. It is not even dumping back to like 150 or something, which many people expected that to happen right away. That did not happen. Garrett, just an elementary guess, but do you think DWAC has anything to do with it? No, it's too small. If the market cap of DWAC were to be like 30 billion or something like that, I would say yes. It's just too small of a market cap. And in fact, it actually sold off after it hit this high, which was quite significant. It sold off like 70% from that top. So no, I don't think it has anything to do with it because it sold off, and yet still we're seeing these social medias going down. It has everything to do with what's happening with Apple. They've got these new privacy policies, which prevents Snapchat, Twitter, and other companies out there to target their ads, and it's impacting their business by quite a large margin. They've been caught off guard, right? Let's see. Robinhood is still down, right? Yeah, 35.76. Market is going to be flat next year. I think so. I think we're gonna see a similar thing that what we've seen with the markets in 2014. Very similar, sideways, just sideways. Which makes sense. I mean, we've seen this year the market went up like 25% just this year, and it's been only 10 months in. We have 2 more months to come, and we're up 25%. I mean, it's only fair to see some sideways movement at that point. Don't you think? But that's just my opinion, right? Who knows? No, Twitter earnings was all right. I don't think it was that bad. In fact, I believe ARK actually bought into Twitter yesterday. So, doesn't seem to be that bad of a deal. Anyway, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream. And, oops, I think we can go back to this little thing here. Check out the Patreon. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. It is awesome. Check it out. Link is down below We have many things going on, like the buy and sell signals. We got the stock picks, write about the markets, and many more things about inflation. We have the Q&A live stream coming up, which I'll be publishing a link in like a couple minutes from now for all the patrons out there that are waiting for that. So I'll be publishing a link. It will be linking you to the live stream that's going to be coming up at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. That's 15 minutes after the second live stream, where you can ask me all your questions, and we're going to discuss the markets and cryptos. So yeah, check that out. Link is going to be down below. Once again, 15% discount going on there. I'll be linking you down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I think this is going to be a very interesting time right before tapering. And once again, support me on Patreon. Link is down below in the description and in the live chat. I'm just going to spam that right here. There you go. All right. Have a good one, everybody. We'll be back very soon. In the meantime, I'll probably be working on the stock pick. I'll be publishing that stock pick on Netlist today. And on around the 4:15 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to do the Patreon-only Q&A, where you can ask me questions, and we're going to discuss the markets and cryptos and just everything regarding the economy. All right, have a good one. See you soon. Have a great day.